That is the subject code, name, my details. I'm from Colombo University. With Samantha and Samantha. And then online members can see and hear as well, no? Right. Cameras are working. Screen is shared. Just disturbing us. Right. Then future dates we can do such length of lectures as per the course of and this is to say why this subject is maybe this subject should be known. The knowledge and competencies management should be developed by you to know how to face challenges and run organizations. I mean challenges successfully. Right. That's the main purpose. To know fundamentals of management. No? Now in this you also should be able to develop managerial competence, knowledge, abilities and attributes, your professionalism in management to make decisions successfully for organizations operating in a rapidly changing environment. Then with this course, rationale mission, course is the subject, not the program. Course means subject. Can have these themes. For subject learning outcomes. First one is to explain theories and concepts in the management process and to discuss how these should be practiced by managers, and finally to know how to apply them, match them with the changes in the business world appropriate. Yeah. Looking at these three aims of the subject, we are discussing all lessons. To achieve this, we have to use methods. No? These methods mean using the teaching learning methods in the subjects. We are using different methods. Any lectures, there are other materials also, as mentioned there. Case studies. Case studies are the best method to study management and business. After a lesson, we will study the relevant case or cases. And this is about evaluation. 60% should be given for the semester exams. The 3-hour paper. You can have some recent classmates go through. First one was a case study this time. Also, I think for you also, we will have case study giving 40 marks. Then with that 40-mark compulsory case study, you can select and answer the 3 questions. Structured questions. But marks are given from 100, later they can be divided into 60. But continuous assessment should be done through these components. On each day, we will have a small quiz, classroom quiz, to share your learning experience of the lesson. Online members also can do answer. Right, then 1 mark can be earned per day. But we will do that from 10 days to have 10 marks. The remaining 30 can be divided into the team presentation and oral presentation, team report and the oral presentation. But the PA mark you got from 40 would not be divided. No? The same mark would be considered without dividing. Team assignment is different teams form for you to prepare concept book on these 10 concepts given. Final PDF copy can be uploaded to the LMS. A deadline. You have to meet the deadline. But it is a team work. This is an individual work. These are the 10 concepts given. Planning, organizing, leading, work motivation, communication, teamwork, controlling, management environment, team cleansing, management, and sustainability of business. Some are discussed in our lessons also. Then this is the way you should organize the sections and pages of the concept book. First section is introduction, where these should be reflected, background, purpose, and the completion of the assignment. In section 2, the 10 concepts with the write-up should be presented. To present the write-ups for one concept, you can roughly use 2 pages. And overall, in the body of the report, you have to use about 20 pages, A4 size pages. Right. In one page, you have to explain the conceptual part, concept part. On the other page of a concept, you have to give some examples to say how these concepts are practiced by benefits. With some local or international example. But to refer, you have to refer some textbooks in management. No? Then you have uploaded 4 such ebooks to the LMS. At least those 4 should be used to gather information and to organize it. Then we have to identify teams. Then definitely there should be one team from online members. No? At least one team should be there. How many members are there? How many members are there in teams? By teams? 3, 4, 5. Here, 10. About 10. 11. Then we can have 2 teams here. 6 and 5 with 6 and 5 members. 2 teams. So this assignment. How many members are there in using online mode? How many members? Hello, can you hear me? We can identify here. We have the meeting list. Members. Many members, no? This meeting only one. Now only one. These are your online members. Added to the online lectures added. Yeah, different. Me, myself, then others, maybe handling the administration side. But anyhow, we can form 5-member teams from online participants also. Right, then known to this, then from the next week, you can identify your team members. I have to use the register to read out the names. But physical team formation can be done easily. I'm worried about the online members. As per this record, there are 16 members. No, 13 members. But anyhow, we will identify 5 members. Then if there are more members,
Then a similar 5-member teams can be formed with them as well.
For the online also, the base is 5 members. Base is with 5 members. Right, then in the body there can be about 20 pages. 2 pages for the write-up of one concept. But there are some other pages also. Then in introduction, there is one page, 1 or 2 maximum. The last part also 1 or 2 pages, no? 1 or 2 pages. In the conclusion and learning points. Conclusion and learning points, another 1 or 2 pages. Altogether around 25 pages. The body of the report concept book can be organized, but there are some front end in pages, no? To complete one. Cover page, in this abstract, table of contents. You have to use APA writing style to cite the materials and prepare the references. Right. Read these guidelines. The Windows formatting timestamp Roman 12 should be used throughout 1.5 line spacing. Numbers, numbering and bolding can be done in headings and subheading, don't underline. These are the basic formats. These are the evaluation criteria. To I'll give 100 marks for the written report, but later they can be converted to the base. I will look at how section 1 has been completed for that 10 marks. Section 2 is the main part. No? There 10 concepts should be organized for that 60 marks. Section 3 to show the conclusion and learning points, I'll give more marks than introduction, about 20. Then we will consider overall report quality also, no? Including meeting the deadline to upload them for that 10 marks. That's how 100 marks should be considered, no? For the report. Right, in oral presentations, another half can be considered. Then these are the evaluation criteria of the oral presentation. The contents of the presentation can be considered. The slide should be based on the report uploaded for that 40. We should evaluate the communication of the team members 30. Clarity of work, team spirit, overall presentation quality, including time management, can be considered. That is also evaluated for 100 and divided into 15. Then more details can be given once you started the work. Without starting, you can't see the problems, no actual problems. But this is the session plan to do our lessons 1 by 1, topics 1 by 1. Today we have to do this one, this introduction to management. First we will do the handout, then I'll do 1 or 2 cases using an ebook. These are the other lessons. Historical evaluation of management, environment of management. Planning has these 3 lessons. General planning, strategic planning, decision making. The next one is organizing. The leading function has these lessons. Leadership, motivation, communication, groups and teams, power qualities. Last one is controlling. So I mentioned new trends here. I think that is given in the concept, no? Right. There's no need of doing that again by me. Somewhere here you can finish the class. But if oral presentations are taken, we have to decide on what day it should be done. Right. After doing something, we can know, no? Closer to this, we can know the presentation day. But report uploading deadline has been given no? Somewhere. Yeah, in the presentation, about 6-8 slides can be given now to match with the 10-minute presentation by one team. The 10 minutes are given. 12th week, 12th classroom day, the report, no completed team report, concept book report can be uploaded. Then now onwards, you have 12 weeks to complete that. When I come and do the DD, sorry, power politics, on that day, you can upload to the link. Right, these are some additional references. But in addition to this, I uploaded some ebooks also. These are hard copies, hard books. I mainly use this one. Drafts the textbook on new era of management to organize my slides. Right, those are the things to be communicated in the course outline. Everything was mentioned. No? Right. Subject mission, subject goals, the evaluation, teaching, learning, references, course plan, assessment, team assignment, about the quiz, individual quiz. Everything was mentioned, described. Any other questions? Time to time you have to read this, go through that course out. This is the plan of the subject. Course outline is the plan. Right, any responses from the online member? Any responses? Are you comfortable to understand this or not? First, tell us, are you there? Huh? Oh, not there. Oh, are you sleeping? Right. Should be enough, right? Okay, then I'll close this and move to the handout. This is the handout on session 1, Introduction to Management. These are the session learning outcomes. So lesson learning outcomes, topic learning outcomes. In this topic, we will touch upon these things. First one is to define management, to know the management process, to know why it is there, then to know these basic things as skills, types, and roles of managers, then to know how to be a new manager, successful manager in the modern business world. Right. These are the other students. Now I explain the course outline. Take in how many? 10 to 15 minutes. You have to refer. I'm not explaining again. I asked them from them also to time refer the course outline. That's the plan of this subject. The course outline of the subject is the plan of the subject. No? Then now started doing this first handout on introduction to management. These are the learning outcomes of this topic. First topic. Is it doing something now? I need to dark move because then without seems raining, no? Come back. Thundering has. Okay. No rains. No rains at all. Okay, then one by one, we will try to understand this. This is a definition given about management taken from the Kraft's book. It says that management is the attainment or achievement of organizational goals in an effective and efficient manner through planning, organizing, leading, and controlling organizational resources. Right. Based on the same definition, I'll give a definition with more words. You can write down that. You also can write down. Right. For them, management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources of an organization efficiently to achieve its goals. Now, again, it goes effectively in a changing environment. Environment is changing, no? Right. That's how management can be defined, no? With some more words, but based on this, the process based. Right. We can underline the keywords. Management is a process of these the resources, organization, efficiently, effectively, changing environment are the keywords. No? Online members can see the whiteboard and the things I put down there. Or you can here and write down, no, from your side. I said that management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources of an organization efficiently to achieve its goals effectively in a changing environment. And this is a process approach to define management. Then we can consider management as a science, right? But management is also an art, no? Where we can consider it as an art of getting things done through others. Management is an art of getting things done through others. Others means people, no? Therefore, both process and science, arts aspects should be considered by us to define that. Management is an art of getting things done through others. Yeah, when you refer other textbooks, articles on management, you will see different definitions. But all should have used a similar focus to define similar keywords. All these should be considered for an organization. That's the entity, organization. Right. Any other questions about defining? No. Then we move to the next one. Online members also good then, no? If questions, please ask from us. Mute your mic and ask from us. Then we will consider this the management process. To have a diagram like this, we have to use the system, thinking system theory, open system theory. Where organizations, business organizations can be considered as systems, no? Open systems, working, operating in external environment. That's why we consider the last two terms, no? Work in a changing environment. Right. External environment is here outside the boundary. From the environment, external environment of all organizations are getting resources as inputs. These are the 4 types of resources mentioned in the definition also. Human, financial, physical, and information. Right. Then which are converted. In our subject, we consider the 4 functions and their mutual relations to understand the conversion process or the throughput. Right. Then through the conversion, the organization get outputs and they try to perform in the performance. The outputs are also going back to the external environment. Right? Where they got inputs or resources, no? Right. Then all organizations, irrespective of the size, levels, ownership, industry, nature of the business, try to engage in this management process, no? Right. It ensures their survival and growth. Right. Then survival and growth can be being understood, no? Under the importance of management. But these are the different aspects of performance, no? Efficiency, effectiveness, product services, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, business expansion, societal goals, all should be considered under performance and outputs. Then a brief definitions are given here for the 4 functions. But 4 functions happen as mutually related functions or as a cycle. Right. Then planning is the primary function to all others. But without others, the goals set in the planning cannot be achieved without other functions. Then in planning, managers should set goals and they also should know how to achieve the goals, the strategies. Then to support that, in organizing, resource allocation and responsibility and authority should be determined with a particular structure. Right. Then managers and leaders should be able to influence others to get the task done through motivation, by motivating them. Right. Then controlling, that's the last function. 4th function should ensure that all activities and behaviors are happening to achieve the goals set in the plans. Right. But information gained from the controlling can help to modify the plans, future plans, and to engage in the same process accordingly to match with the changes in the environment. Right. Okay. Did you understand? Then again, you have to redo, revise it in your own way. I am only helping now. Right. Then above, we said that the management process allows organization and managers to ensure the survival and growth. Only the two are allowed, to understand the importance of management. Right. In other places, we can't say that there is a management, no, in organization. Right. Then we have to consider two elements, efficiency and effectiveness, to be placed in these two sides. We will consider efficiency here, but it can be enhanced from low to high. Here we have to place the effectiveness. It also can be enhanced from low to high. Effectiveness means doing the right things, meaningful things to satisfy people, including customers and employees. Efficiency means doing that rightly, correctly, utilizing resources at their maximum capacity. Therefore, both elements should be enhanced as much as possible in order to stay competitive in the market, no? By any business, by managers in any business. But here only efficiency is high, no? So effectiveness is high, but efficiency is low. It can be enhanced. But nowadays, I think most companies are trying to survive, no? Cutting costs because markets are not good, no? Then cost has gone up. They are facing a lot of crisis just after pandemic. Therefore, at least managers of those organizations should allow businesses to stay here, survive. But whenever the time is good, they should be elevated to the growth level, no? Utilizing resources also more efficiently, right? But the other two places are not allowed, no? This is the worst place, no, where both are very low. Then no management at all. These businesses will die from the market very quickly. These are also bad. This is the worst. These are bad, right? Here, efficiency is high, but they are not doing right jobs to the market. Because of that, they will die not quickly, very soon, but slowly. Right? They are not doing good jobs in the business, no, to satisfy customers and others. Right? That's the role of management, to balance both efficiency, effectiveness as at the highest level. Then all businesses need managers. No? Sometimes small businesses are managed by the same owner, but owner should do management. But other businesses, there are different professionals, no? Recruited as managers. That's how this one. Then based on that, you can derive some explanations. No? Through management, companies can achieve their goals. Through management, successful managers, they can satisfy all expectations of different stakeholders. Through management, they can increase efficiency. Through management, they can ensure survival and growth of the business. Likewise, no? You can derive many reasons based on this for management. Okay, now that's how this part should be understood. Any other questions? To speed. But in A levels, you are studying management, no? In A levels, maybe in AAT, you had management. In chartered, if you have started, you should study this, no? Like these are three major skills of managers. All managers should be able to show these skills. All employees, even we as individuals, should be able to develop these accordingly. Right. These skills were introduced by whom? By Robert Cards. Robert Cards has introduced these three managerial skills. Robert Cards is the management guru who introduced these three skills. Then what are the three skills introduced by Cards? Conceptual skills, human skills, and the technical skills. There are similar names, no? Conceptual skills can be similarized to cognitive skills or cognitive abilities, strategic abilities. Right. Then to show that the manager should be able to consider the organization as a holistic system with the relations among its parts, and manager should consider the long-term time period, right? And also they should identify the high interaction of the organization with its external environment, what we considered under the management process, and even in the definition, right? Then top managers of an organization need to show more conceptual skills than other managers. All managers should show that, but it is highly essential for top managers, senior managers. Right? They are making strategic goals, no, for the organization. Or they are the decision makers, no, at top with the vision, mission, and so on. Right. Then human skills involve the ability to work of managers to work with all others in and out the organization. Right. Then now researchers say that human skills are equally required to all managers. All managers in the hierarchy, no, try to deal with people up and down, even the people in outside the business. Therefore, it said that it should be developed by equally by all managers. Right. Then technical skills are the ability of managers to understand the particular task given under their functional area, expertise. And it is also considered as the skill required to deal with tools and the equipments. Right. Then these should be much taught by lower level managers and employees, no, than other managers. Right. Then using a diagram, we can illustrate the significance variation of these skills over management levels. But this is also suitable. I'll give another better diagram on the whiteboard. You can have a rectangular box in this way. Then row wise, you can have 3 levels of managers. Top level managers, middle level managers, lower level managers. Right, vertically we have to see the levels of managers. Then considering the area, we can have first can have 2 parallel lines. Equal lines, no? Is it? These are equal, samantaral, parallel. Okay, no? Then these areas indicate the equal importance of human skills to all 3 levels of management. Human skills. Right, then top managers, middle managers, lower level managers equally need to show human skills because all of them should deal with work with people. Right, then this is to illustrate the significance of the conceptual skills in these 3 levels. Right, when you look at this area, the highest conceptual skills are required to top managers. The moderate conceptual skills are required to middle managers. The least conceptual skills are required to lower level managers. In the same way, we can see the importance of technical skills in 3 levels, but in opposite way. In an opposite way, technical skills. Right. When we see this area, what's the meaning? Lower level managers and employees need higher technical skills than other management levels. Middle managers need technical skill moderately. Top managers need technical skill least no. Right. Then this diagram shows the management levels and management skills. The relationship no, of management levels and management skills. You can use this also, but this is not user friendly, no? Less user friendly. You know the bus. Therefore, use that diagram. But that does not present non-managers or employees. But in the similar way, no, but we told for lower level managers, in a similar way, we can say that no, employees also, non-managers also need to develop these skills in a similar way as required by lower level managers. Because lower level managers are closely managing employees, non-managers. Then middle managers, no, in the managerial hierarchy are between top level and lower level. Therefore, it is right to say that middle managers need to have these skills moderate. Okay, everybody got that? I don't think there are members, line members here now, right now. They might leave the meeting. No responses from them. I think they know management already. Did you understand that? How to form that? How to show that? Okay, then we will move to the next one now, to identify different types of managers. This was already identified, 3 levels, but these 3 levels are identified with not horizontal differences, looking at vertical differences. You have to correct them. Vertical or hierarchical differences should be considered to identify these 3 levels of managers. Vertical. Right. The said top managers, middle managers, first line managers can be identified looking at the hierarchical differences. No? These are some examples for the top managerial positions. Chief Executive Officer, Vice President, unit head, general manager, departmental head for the middle management positions, functional head, team leader, group leader, supervisor, foreman are examples for the lower level management or supervisory management positions. All are there, no, in all organizations. All the 3 should be there. Even in Sri Lanka, no? In our universities also, no? Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Bursar, other top managers, all deans and directors of institutions are middle managers. All heads in academic department are the operational managers, no? But same lecturers are holding these top management positions also in a university. The Bursars, registrars represent the administrative staff or non-academic category. But there are support staff members also, clerical and support staff members also in university. Right, then we can identify these managers, the other types of managers looking at the horizontal differences. Then mainly we can identify functional managers as production managers, marketing managers, finance managers, accountants, HR managers, R&D managers, ICT managers, likewise. No? Looking at the functional expertises, differences, functional areas, which are considered at the middle level. Right. Right. Then as looking at the contribution of the functional managers to the organization's goal achievement, we also can classify them as line managers and staff managers. Line and staff, both are required. Right. Then line managers can directly contribute to the main goal of the organization. Mainly we consider production managers, marketing managers, etc. No, as line managers. Other managers try to share their expertise, giving advices to do the functions in organization. Then finance managers, human resource managers, accountants, auditors, consultants, legal advisors, tax consultants can be considered as staff management positions. Right. Then general managers can have their generic skills. They directly guide the functional managers in an organization. Functional managers. Right. There are project managers to look after all matters in different projects undertaken by the organization. They are also generalists. Right. Therefore, project managers, general managers, all can be considered at the middle level of an organization. Middle level. Right. Right. That's the horizontal differences, no? Can be considered to identify. All these are working now. All these types should be considered in an organization to identify different types of managers. Did you get this clearly? Right. These are very fundamental things in management. Right, then these are the roles, 10 roles introduced by Ginsberg. The functional approach, no, to look at the manager's job through their functions. That approach has been introduced by Henry Fayol, the father of management. These were introduced by another Henry, but that Henry is considered as Henry Ginsberg. He still lives now, maybe in Canada. Right. Ginsberg is the one who introduced these 10 managerial roles under 3 types of roles. In red color words, those 3 major types are presented. No? First one is interpersonal roles. There are 3 roles in that. Next one is informational roles. There are another 3 in that. Third, that last one is decision roles or decision making roles. There are 4 roles. Then altogether 3, 3, 4, 10. 10 roles start. Right. Then compared to the formal functions that managers engage, these role playing can be communicated in very specific behavioral patterns of managers that they should use time to time in organizations. Right. Then interpersonal roles can be considered as them to require show human skills, what we discussed now, more human skills to develop and maintain good relationships with significant others. No? Right. Then to do that, they have to play figurehead role, leader role, and liaison roles. As a figurehead, all managers, not only the top manager, any manager can represent the organization or the division in a ceremonial events. Then as the leader, as mentioned here, you can modify that, but defined by Ginsberg. And Ginsberg has said that under leader role, managers should have relations with their subordinates, employees. But we know that managers should have relations with all people. But we feel that they first need to have with the subordinate. Then in reaction roles, they should build and maintain relations or networks with both inside people and outside people. Right. Therefore, here significant others means significant others in the organization and out the organization. No? Because that's what this is explained. But he also said, no, they may attend some other outside the ceremonial events from the organization. No? Schools or යන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් වෙන industry එකකට යන්න පුළුවන් community එක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Then any part of the business, maybe in the head office in a branches එහෙම open කරනවද නේද? CEO එහෙම යනවනේ. එක්ක වෙන කෙනෙක් යන. Business development manager or somebody is sent to cut the red type, those things. They sometimes make speeches for others. Right. That's how these first three roles mentioned as interpersonal roles by this book should be understood. That it is nothing to show the human skills, but we discuss that in second, mentioned by cards. Right, these are the information roles. Today, highly essential. All managers should gather information, share them, and use them to make effective decisions, successful decisions. Information is the resource need to make decisions, not other resources. Then information roles overall involves receiving, transmitting, and using information. No, right. In and out the organization. Then here we will identify monitor, disseminator, spokesperson. As the monitor, manager should gather information by scanning the environment, right? Those information should be very unsolicited information, or sometimes they may use their personal contacts to get those information. Any method, even AI, artificial intelligence, all can be used. They can use their expertise or connections. Right. Then the gathered information should be shared. Right. First with his or her own division, and also with other divisions, no, in the organization. Right. That's how disseminator should be understood. Under the spokesperson, managers are supposed to share this information not only within the organization, but with outsiders also. As mentioned in the liaison, no? Liaison. That's how we should distinguish, no, this and this. In both managers should share information. No? Here they should gather information. Right, these are the decision-making roles. Under decision-making, they have to make choices. They have to make the best choice and implement that, considering available choices, alternatives about the problem. Right. Then these are the four decision-making roles, no, expected from managers. To be an entrepreneur, to be a disturbance handler, to be a resource allocator, to be a negotiator. As an entrepreneur, manager should make risk and should initiate ideas, design ideas. If they can't do that, at least they have to encourage people, those who can think. All the qualities should be shown as an entrepreneur. Right, then under disturbance handler, manager should take corrective actions or preventive actions as well for the unexpected situations coming from the environment or internally happening. Even change management, but we mentioned in the definition, should be done now successfully as a disturbance handler. Then as a resource allocator, manager should be able to allocate resources, including time, funds, equipment, machines, people into different projects and tasks. It is similar to organizing function. Last one is the negotiator, where manager should be able to negotiate things on issues, no? But based on their expertise, based on their known things. Sometimes it may be about accounting, auditing, finance, capital budgeting, or labor issues. Right. They have to show those skills to negotiate with others. Right. Then overall, these are the 10 roles expected from even a modern manager, as mentioned by Winsper. With this, I will have a short break for about 10 minutes. Coming back, we will continue on the other part. We have come to the last point in the handout now, to know how to be a new manager. Oh, if you are not leaving, then I can continue. You will have a break later. But it's better. Just past 4 o'clock. You can go up to 6 now. I go 2 hours are there. But it's better not to have a break now. Then shall we continue? Right. Then we will touch upon the last point with 2 slides. Right. Then this is the first slide. Used to understand how to be a new manager. Here, new manager means the successful manager, no? To match with the requirements in the 21st century. Right. Modern business space and in future as well. Right. Then in the start, you all should even we have also embraced this. We all should be able to show your personal identity as an individual actor in a society. That's why you have come here, no, to get the qualifications, right, in a degree or with the professional exams, right. That should be done. First, you should be qualified, no, in one particular area to show your expertise, no, to others. Then where your independent capacity is much expected by the society, by others. That's the starting point, no, as a manager. Right. Once you have come to an organization, I think showing the independence is only not enough, no. You have to improve, not the dependency, yeah. Don't misunderstand. Not the dependency, you have to improve your interdependency also, teamwork also with others. That's why I gave this team assignment also. Right. Then over time, you have to develop your human skills, networking, capacities, and teamwork in an interdependent manner. Then both should be used at any time. You have to consider your own independency and interdependency with others. When you work in an organization, in living in a society also same, no? We have to consider both. Living in a family also, you have to consider both, no? Right. Which are expected from your parents also. Right. Right. Then, as we define, this allows you to get the things are done through others. Right. Then, here, you are expected to be an expert. Here, you are expected to be a generalist. To have multi skills. Then this program allows that, no? Allows that. Sometimes after completing this, you can qualify in chartered also, no? You can directly go for the final. it is a great advantage. No? In any other place, such a double qualification cannot be obtained, no, within such a short period. Right. Here, I think it is similar, no, to a university. No? The internal people are setting exams, they are assessing you. It's almost similar to a university environment, internal environment. You can easily pass for subjects. Then through that, you can be qualified in a degree, BSc degree, not BBA even, BSc in applied accounting. Right. Then after that, you can go for the professional qualification also. No? If you have both, then you can compete with any other. Not only here, but in overseas. Right. Then try to engage in these two. Right. But Western point we have to consider what has happened in the old workplace and what is now happening in the modern workplace. You should know these comparatively. Right. Then to compare these, we will identify some forces and characteristics and finally know what kind of managerial competencies should be developed to match with the new workplace, modern workplace, modern global business environment. Right. Then when we consider some forces like technology, focus at work, workforce, phase, events, in the old workplace, we must consider the mechanical technologies. Even today, we have to continue this, but we have to consider them with more on digital technologies, more with digital technologies. That is a must today. Then you have to develop your competencies to match with the digital technologies. Right. Not to be an expert. You should know them adequately. Right. Another one, when you consider focus at work, earlier we considered a local focus or domestic focus. Now, global. Even in all domestic markets, there are multinational firms, multinational products. Even Federal multinational. Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Pizza, McDonald's. Now, those values are they are established in local markets. Right. Then, whether you work in a local firm or a foreign firm, you have to consider your focus at work global. Yeah. Right. When you consider the workforce, nature of the workforce, earlier we had a homogeneous workforce. Now, the workforce diversity is very high everywhere. Diversity is very high. Right. Then when we consider the pace of work, earlier managers must consider to increase the efficiency and to have the stability of the work. But now the change is must. Change management is a must. And speed of the quick responses to these changes, right, are must. Right. Then when you consider events, no? Earlier the organizational events were much predictable, very calm and quiet. Now those are very turbulent and frequently bring crises like pandemic. That's how you should change your attitudes about these forces, right? Differently, right? Then in a similar way, we can identify the differences in characteristics in the workplaces also. No? When you look at the resources, earlier managers and employees much consider the use of physical assets. Now they have to much consider the use of knowledge and information resources. Then the work was earlier much localized and structured. Now, work is very flexible and virtual. A lot of virtual methods should be done. Physical gathering is not a must. Through online methods or virtual methods, the task should be done. Then the nature of the workforce. No? Earlier, managers had loyal and obedient employees. But now with the Z generation, we don't expect from them loyal behaviors, obedient behaviors, but they need to be empowered. Now, today's managers should be able to empower themselves as well as empower their employees. Right. Then considering these differences in forces and characteristics, now we should consider what kind of managerial competencies expected from all managers and what from new managers. Right. That can be considered with these three elements. No? Looking at the leadership first, then looking at the way of working, then looking at the nature of the relations you should consider. Then looking at the leadership earlier, most managers wanted to use hierarchical or commanding or autocratic leadership style. We made the decision alone, then employees were asked to implement it by performing jobs. Now that follow me era by the employees is over. Now modern managers should use very democratic or dispersed or empowered leadership style. Right. First, they have to show their talents. Then similar talents should be developed in employees as well, subordinates as well. That's how that's what I mentioned. No? The need of balancing the independence and interdependence in to be a successful manager. Right. Then looking at the nature of decision making, earlier managers, even under the autocratic leadership side, is supposed to use more individualistic decision making, personal decision making alone. But in the modern workplace, since more teamwork should be reflected, managers should encourage others to take part in the decision making. At least they should consult them to get their ideas and different views to make a decision. Then looking at the relations in and out the organization, earlier the businesses considered the red ocean strategy, red ocean, where competition conflicts were promoted. But now businesses are in the blue ocean strategy, where not the competition, but the collaborations should be done to have win-win situations, in the market with others and to delight the customers. Right. Then companies are using a lot of strategic colors like mergers, acquisitions, joint ventures, franchising, licensing to enhance the collaboration with other businesses, similar and dissimilar businesses. Right. That's how this task or issue of developing managerial competencies to match with the modern business world that should be understood. Right. This is the last learning point. Right. Okay, then we will have a small quiz. Here you have to give a small learning point, not to cover everything, but to show a specific learning point from this lesson. Online members also can do that, but first we will have this in the physical class. Then tell me your registration number, last 2 or 3 digits of the registration number. Those are here, no? In the list. Then I will record this for a day. I am doing the same to other classes also. Right, class title is 18A exemption. No? 18A exception. Exemption. ERP. Right. Then I'll follow the register order. First, we see 003. Who has this number? 003, last digits. Priscilla. 003, DGT Silva. You. But number 001, Hettiarachchi is absent. I will write down that also. On another day, he will attend. No? 001, you are the, there's another one, Fernando also. 002, you are 003. Right then, can you share a learning point, what you learned today? Anything can be selected, but it should allow learning for others also. To learn. You are the champion of the class. Because first we have to answer. Idea champion. So, Mamaru Tikanne. Oh, at least tell how we define management. That is enough now as a start. How we define management. Not sure. By the time you were here, no? From the beginning, no? How we define management? Oh, any other thing? As you learn in this lesson. And first we should improve communication. Communications. In the exam also you have to improve the written communication. Here oral communication. In this quiz you have to show the oral communication. That is number one, no? Oral. Then යාළුවෝ කම්පිලේම කතා කරනවා වගේ කියවන හරි. Then for the time being, shall we move to another one? You can get organized. Right. Then who belongs to number 4? NR for N. All right. Then you can extract 004. Yes.
Yeah, here, and program images. So you need to have capacity of human resources in schemes. And for project management, our accommodation need to mostly conceptual skills and they does not need technical skills. They need some technical skills to perform their daily work and
He wanted to explain the significance of management skills in levels. At the start, I will excuse that, but this time I try to be very confident. Right, next one, number 5005, ND Silva. Next one. You learn. You can consider another point, but one can use the same concept, same point, set by another, but in a different way, innovative. It is also allowed. Through this, everybody should learn, no? Enhance the learning, knowledge. But this allows you to improve the skills, oral communication. Not only that, many skills. No? You should know how to think, how to use the materials. Talk about this. Yeah, if you can tell differently, then okay.
Managerial position is the
Manager.
managerial position.
Yeah, then you can use some examples. No? What are the examples we noted for these three levels?
Of the managers. The examples are CEO, CEO,
Directors,
right?
I think.
Similar managers are accountant, managers, EM, EM, that
Right. Then lower level managerial positions.
team leaders, advisors,
Yeah, departmental heads, those things. No? Foreman, group leader, team leader. Those things. He talked about, he identified managerial positions with examples. Right, then I will write down these numbers. On other days, they will come, no? 7, 8, 9. 9 is present. That is Abhinaya.
Order to keep a stable business management. So even if one is low, the business will be starting to die. And if we maintain both the efficiency and effectiveness at a high level, it will be a growth of the business. So if both effectiveness and efficiency is low, the business will quickly die.
All right. He explained the importance of management. Your number is 9, no? Right, number 10 is of Sampath. Yeah, what you learn?
definition of management.
Right. Definitions.
Definition.
How we can define?
The process, planning, organizing, leading, controlling resources, and organization efficiently to achieve its goals effectively in the changing environment.
Right. Then what's the meaning of efficiency? Meaning of efficiency? Doing right thing is effectiveness, no? This is about efficiency. How it can be worded. Doing the right thing correctly, no? Correctly or rightly. Doing things rightly. Right. This time get ready, yeah. Right. Then next one 11. Cody singer.
Management is an art of getting things done through others, so it involves setting objectives, making decisions, coordinating, evaluating performance, etc. So I would like to talk about the management process. There are 4 elements: planning, organizing, leading and controlling. Planning means setting objectives, defining strategies and developing plans. Organizing means allocating roles, resources, such and leading means guiding and motivating employees to work towards organization objectives. And controlling means monitoring progress and evaluating.
12 Pereira. RC Pereira.
management roles. There are three major management roles: interpersonal role, information role, and decision making roles. Interpersonal role means develop, maintain, and make a positive relationships with others. Information roles mean involve receiving and transformation information with managers and subordinates. Decision making roles mean pertain to those events about which the manager must make and choice, take and actions.
Choice making, yeah. Okay, those are the three major roles, right? As per Ginsberg. Right. 13, absent now. 14 is here, Bhumika.
Yes, I would like to explain about the managerial skills that is divided in three categories. Conceptual skills, human skills. The other one is technical skills. When we get a bar chart, we can categorize in top level and middle level and low level. When we get conceptual skill, most of part going to the top level skills. Second one goes to the middle level skills. Third one comes to the lower level skills. Human skills get middle step for that. Technical skills comes in big part of in lower level part, middle level in second. It is a small part of skills placed to the technical skills.
For the lower level learning, top level learning.
Yeah.
Right, then number 20. Samara Vikram.
Manager should coordinate diverse tasks and get things done to others. Manager is a network builder. Manager works in a highly independent manner to achieve goals of organization.
Thank you. Anybody did not answer? Now, what's your number? 08. You have not signed it today. What's your name? All right. Then what's the answer?
Management levels, vertical differences can be top level managers, middle level managers, and lower level. If we take the horizontal differences, including functional managers, line managers, staff managers, general and project managers.
Right. Your number? 13. Sivash Selvi. Right.
Manager is specialized in general coordination, generalized tasks, diverse tasks, and individual identity get things done through the own effect. The non-manager manage identity will get things done through others. And individual is an individual factor, where the manager is the network builder. and the individual works independently, where the manager works highly independently.
Right. Okay, then number 3, again, can you try?
I would like to explain defined management. The defined management is a project, it's a process of planning, organization, leading and controlling resources. Resource like money, time, material like that, and organization efficiently to achieve its goals efficiently in a changing environment.
And that's the process-oriented definition, no? Right. Right. Then all attempted, no? Yeah, about online members. Are you there? Then, if so, can you on your mic and tell a small learning point? Hello? There are 2 members. Can you tell? Hello? Hello? Can you tell us? That's how mic is on. Hello? We had one, no? The face also appears. Yeah, others may join this, then even they can communicate the learning point later within the given time, then we will, but they should respond. Yeah, sir, this is a staff member. Staff member, no? He is not following the course. He is helping us. Then, no online members. Morning, you had such members? No. All right. Then they may initiate, no, accordingly. They may come to the class accordingly, no, but we have to open this. Now they can't come, no, come and join because now we finish a lot of things in this subject. Yeah, we had a hybrid class even previously. During the COVID only this was popular. No? Now the world is normal and physical mode is popular, no? Again. Right, then shall we have a short break for about 15 minutes? Yeah, have a small refreshment. Coming back, we will study 1 or 2 cases. Cover the introduction. To refresh with the introductory session. These are the quiz. Should proceed. Yeah? Quiz. On other days, you can approach nicely, better than now today. But now you know the nature of this stuff. It gives you to share the knowledge as well as importantly to improve the skills, communication. This number 1 in to be a manager, successful manager. Communication is number 1. Even we can't live in a society, without communicating. Okay, then we will have such a short break for a refreshment. But I am not giving now. You have to have your own refreshment. I am not giving. I am giving the time. Break only. Okay. What I remember that? Amitaka. All right, hurry up. මේ මයින්ඩ් එක කෙනෙක් අර මයින්ඩ් එක රයිට් ඕකේ ටැබලට් කෙනෙක් ඔව් Yeah, uploaded all materials to the LMS now. You noted them. How about the mode of delivery? You are manageable to know this? Am I very quick? Quick. ඉස්සරහා මේ ලියන්න එපා note එක. ඒකට ඉක්මන වෙලා බෑ note එක ලියන එක ඉන්න. In our ways, lecturers are only talking, work only talking. We have to get down the notes. Then we have to refer textbooks in the library. No emails, internets. Then sometimes we have to, struggle to complete the notes. It cannot be, listened in a flow. But that went very well. And we thought, we learned a lot in our own way, personally, to enhance the independence. For our students, everything is given as a ready-made bundle. That time goes over in the early, somewhere in the early 2000. From the new millennium, I think this pattern started. New millennium. Yeah, those are mentioned in the handout also. It's with the more digital learning. In parallel to the lectures, we had tutorials also. But we didn't miss tutorials. So then assistant lecturers tell everything from 1 to 7. But we had the annual exams, not semester exams, those days. That went great, no? We were very free in that sense. Not to have frequent exams. Only annual exams, everything should be tested within 3 hours. Lower papers were there. And throughout the life, we had only 4 exams in the university in 4 years. First year exam, second year, third year, final year. Now there are many exams. The headache for lecturers as well. And we will use the first ebook. Yeah, this is a small case that managing a supermarket chain by this manager. Authors have not given a question. I will give a question. You can write down that first. Write down a question. Provide 5 comments. Provide, provide means you have to write that. Provide 5 comments. About the perception of the concepts of management, perception of the concepts of management. By Mr. Vincent, comma, the manager, mentioned, the manager mentioned in this caselet, full stop, within like 10 marks, 10 marks. But you have to state the 5 comments. Comments can be given positively or negatively. Managing a supermarket chain, right? It's a single para, small para. To present the case there, then we will read that. Mr. Vincent, the manager for large supermarket, like Key Super or something, or Targets, was taking a management course in the evening program at the local college. The professor had given an interesting but disturbing lecture the previous night on the various approaches to management. But today we discuss the basic concepts of management. Now, in the next lesson, only we will consider different approaches, but this case is relevant. Vincent had always thought that management involved just planning, organizing, and control. Strength. Last mark.
like this would be very common.
Yeah.
I-
This one. Sorry. Thanks, bro. Technology. Mr. Vincent, the manager of a large supermarket, was taking a management course in the evening program at the local college. Right. The professor had given an interesting but disturbing lecture the previous night on the various concepts of management or approaches to management. Vincent had always thought that management involved just planning, organizing, and control. There's a point here, not to give a comment. Now, this professor was saying that management could also be thought of as quantitative model, system theory, and analysis, and even something called contingency relationship. Even today, I know some of these. Vincent had always considered himself a good manager or an effective manager, and his record with the supermarket chain had proved it. Right. He thought of himself, I have never used operations research models, thought my store as an open system, or develop or utilize any contingency relationship as a management. By doing a little planning ahead, organizing the store, and making some things got done, I have been a successful manager. That other stuff just does not make sense. His perception. All the professor was trying to do was complicate things. I guess I will have to know it for the test, for the exam only. But I am sticking with my old plan, organize and control approach to managing my store in the future as well. That's how he thinks about the use of management concepts. Right. Then now question was given now. Then you have to give 5 comments. Should you give positive comments or negative comments? Only. Mostly you have to give negative comments, no? At least give 1 comment, positive. That would be the last one. Right, then can you identify some comments? Yeah, this is one. Today we define management with 4 functions. We only consider 3, no? There is one negative comment, no? Only is understanding about the management process. Leading is number 1, no? In the process. All managers should be leaders, no? Successful leaders, right? Then that would be the starting point, no? As per the given information here. Right, then you can write the first point, no? Maybe number 1, no, in a bullet. Mr. Vincent as a manager has defined management. Mr. Vincent as a manager has a defined management. Only considering planning, organizing, and controlling. Only considering planning, organizing, and controlling. But he has forgotten it. Or he has forgotten the role of leading to be in the management process. But all managers should be successful leaders, no? All managers should be successful leaders to guide others and to get tasks from them, to get tasks done from them. Right, this idea should be communicated anyhow as one negative comment. This idea should be provided. Right, another one. He also said that no point of views in considering system theory, those things, no, blah, blah, blah. It is another weakness. But even the supermarket chain should be attributed with the system thing. Right. Mr. Vincent also says that, Mr. Vincent also says that as a manager, he should not consider the system theory and analysis. Full stop. But all business organizations, including the supermarket chain, can be understood as open systems. Can be understood as open systems operating in an external environment. In an external environment. Right, another point. He also says that including the supermarket chain as open systems operating in an external environment. Right. Next one. I read the same one. Next one. He also says that no use of identifying any contingency relationship in running this business. But as a manager of this chain, of this supermarket chain, Mr. Vincent should consider and respond different or many contingency relationships considered internally as well as externally. Then another point. Mr. Vincent says that he should not use You should not use even thought of quantitative models in making decisions. But these models may help most decisions made by managers in running businesses within within complexities and prices, complexities and prices from the environment, prices from the environment, from the external environment. Right, another green light should be given, no, as the last point. However, it is acceptable that he has been considering his experience as a manager to make his most decisions successfully. Make his decisions successfully. Need not to say this is a positive domain, negative, no. The reader can understand. You are asked to give some 5 comments. That's how case should be okay. This is a standard. But there are loan cases with many parents. Right, then we will go to another one. No? We have enough time for 5:10. At least we will go up by 30. Second one, no? Second lesson should be done the next day. There can be days where I can't come consecutively. I have 5 times accordingly. The weekend is very busy for us, no? Weekend with other classes or other activities. Jump in. One case was there in about the mouse in the scroll down up there. There. Touch. No, it's the other case. But the question is, what do you think school management, should management be more of a profession? And just are professionals. It's a case study. Is management really a profession? Right. I think like doctors, engineers, lawyers. Right. It says that doctors must take Hippocratic oath. Lawyers also know they should take oath and earn continuing education credits for years. Lawyers must pass the bar and adhere to strict codes about attorney-client privileges. But although managers have long been known colloquially as professionals, the graduate schools, even these educational institutions, higher educations, in the developed countries, also, many of them attended, have long drifted away from their founding charters, missions, no? Which wanted to create the profession of management. We don't see that with management. It's very generic, no? And open, not like other professions, no? Right. That's the argument made by Rana, the Harvard Business School professor. Should minimize. In his book, From Higher Aims of Hired Hands, the Social Transformation of American Business Schools and the Unfulfilled Promise of Management as a Profession. Purna, Indian, who made a name for himself with his 2004 book, Searching for a Corporate Savior, The Irrational Quest for Charismatic CEOs. He's a star at Harvard Business School. And builds a fascinating argument for why business schools education is in need of reform to develop professional managers. For an interesting discussion between him and Yale School of Management Dean Joel Ononli, right? I had the opportunity to hear Purna speak about his book on Monday at a lunch at the Princeton Club. Princeton University. It is also in USA. Purana defines a profession as one which is practitioners have to master a certain body of knowledge in which that knowledge is used to help others and in which there's a governance system that's both ethical and self-fulfilling in nature. I think the inauguration also of your program, no, I think you heard of these from the speakers, maybe from the Sri Lanka president. None of those really describe management. Anyone can become a manager, whether or not they have an MBA. It's not really done to aid a client, and there is no self-polishing body making sure ethical standards are met. But now, in accountants, no, auditors, no, these can be polished now. So, see Sri Lanka. But no such body, no, to polish the managerial behavior. But those accountants may become as managers, finance managers, or CEOs. Right. Korana argues that while the founders of today's elite business schools try to legitimize business education by calling it a profession, that is, but no self-respecting elite institution at the time wanted to have anything to do with something so tied to making money. Today, it's become anything but. The page number, can you remember? The page number where we were cutting. So, no. I noted. Corona believes we are at an inflection point of what the role of business should be, and as measures built to create corporations more attuned to benefiting society, we also need to educate future managers to do the same in a socially responsible manner. He suggests that business schools could have some way of proving their students have mastered the curriculum, that is board exam for MBAs, and that there should be some evergreen aspect, evergreen aspects to the MBA conducting continuing education requirements. For instance, he adds that Rakesh normative world, there might even be an equivalent of the Hippocratic oath for business students, such a way as what doctors do. He even has a suggestion for the first sentence. First, I will not lie. First, I will not lie. Such attitude should be there, no? In religion, also, our religions, those are sentiments. Because we have to have this mindset. Then, in future, I think through education, we should not much bother about knowledge, but we should bother about the behavior. Good behavior, honesty, not lying to others, not giving unachievable promises. Those things should be improved behaviors. That's the overall result of this work writing is. But those should be developed, behavior, personality should be developed from the childhood, no? Later it is very difficult to develop. Right. Then question based on these information and the concepts we discussed today. What do you think? Should management be more of a profession or not? Should? What's your opinion? Yes or no? Yes, then you have to elaborate. Why you say so? Another can say no, then he or she has to elaborate that test. But should they? So the past should be a profession or not? In such a way, you have to give the answer. Right then, even today in the course outline, we said no. Understand the rationale of the course name subject. He said that managers are holding the key. No, they are appointed there as agents. It's a responsible job for not only for the organization but for a society also. The performance of the organization should be used to enhance the living standard of people. That's the ultimate goal now of a business organization. But then, managers should clearly understand that final requirement of societal goals. The organization is there not only to make profits, but there are broader goals, set as corporate goals. Then they should feel that duty to help satisfying the varying stakeholder needs, facing challenges, no, coming from the environment. That's why they are appointed, no, with that belief by the owners. Right. That's how you should start there. After that, they should be competent managers. For that purpose, they should learn these basics in management. Similar inputs can be taken from the comments you gave in the first case letters about the restaurant, supermarket chain. Right. With that, you can give some specific points. What are the areas that you should see as improving managerial competencies? Even in the today's handout, we considered them. Some of them can be considered, taking from the latter part of that. We compared how modern managers should work. Compare the modern workplace with the old workplace. Comparative. Some of those points can be given. But before that, such an introductory para should be given, no? Starting from the expectations from management. Then after that, you can give a conclusion. Therefore, because of the above reasons, it is highly concerned that the managerial position or management should be a profession, not only a position. It should be a profession. That's why we use that word no, before term management as professional managers or management profession. Right. And you have to consider some ethical aspects of managers also. Right. What are the ethics expected? Honesty, integrity, due care, skill. And as we mentioned, the managerial competencies under the leadership collaborations, right? Those should be mentioned. That's our reasonable answer for this question. It is a very vague question. We can see a limitation. So, to have one question, one answer. But this may be a way, to present a reasonable answer for this. It should be, then you can elaborate. It should be a profession. Then in such a way you have to elaborate. Right. With the knowledge you gain today, the answer can be done. That's why it is mentioned here in the unit 1 by these authors. Right. First, there should be an introductory para. Then facts should be given. Then final conclusion. Conclusion also should be given. But In giving facts, you have to, consider some ethical aspects expected from managers also, which are common ethics expected from any profession, no? Honesty and integrity, due care and skill, developing human relations. Likewise, some points, about 10 of such points can be given, no, easily. After that, we can say that, no, therefore, management and job can be considered as a profession. Like doctors, because they are supposed to make decisions for the organization, effective and efficient. Right, then in such a way, can you write an answer? Then jot down these guidelines, then later try to write down. Without writing, you can improve your own writing. For this also, we can allocate about 10 marks. 10 marks. Then we will consider the summary points mentioned in this lesson. Summary. That is mentioned here. And that concept has been discussed. Essential. Summary. It is very important to understand the systems framework in which an organization operates. Right. Then it is very useful concept for understanding the business operations by identifying the critical subsystems in a system. They are interlinkages and interdependence for the achievement of common objectives in an organization. Then management is the main aspect of working involved in a system, and its involvement as arts, science, or profession leads an effective role. Right. Third one is considered as a profession. Then competency includes all knowledge, skills, abilities, attitudes, professionalism. All should be included under competency. Right. Then management occupies such an important place in the modern world that the welfare of the people and the destiny of the country are very much influenced by it. Right. Those are some points you can include in the answer. Managers play a very significant role in the business world. They usually do not directly perform any of the workflow activities, but they mainly should do the coordinate, motivate, and control the operations of employees while meeting the day-to-day challenges. Right. To deliver results, they work for painfully long hours. Employees will leave at 4 p.m. or 4:35, but manager should leave. Sorry, should stay there for long hours. Long hours. Check through bundles of data, handle endless meetings, talk to people at various levels, plan proactively, not always reactively, meet the problems head on and get ahead of others using their knowledge, skills and experience to go effect. The various roles played by them, as said by Nisberg, in this regard are broadly grouped into three categories: interpersonal, informational, and decision. We noted it, no? Right. That's the summary between them. Right, then anything else you want to talk about the first lesson? Right, then we can consider the second lesson on the next day. That is to understand how management concepts evolve historically. Right. And there's another one. Yeah, another point. The next page. According to Fayol, that's the father of management, managers perform 5 basic functions in order to achieve results. Planning, staffing, organizing, directing, and controlling. But we consider directly as a leading. Staffing also can be included under organizing. Then we identified 4 major functions. But as for Fayol, those are the 5 functions. Planning, staffing, organizing. Staffing, organizing can be merged together, but we use a different name for directing as leading. Keywords, art, we consider that also. It is the bringing about desired results through the application of skills. Administrator, it is the higher level function concerned with the determination of policies, using policies in the organization. Code of conduct, it prescribes the norms of professional ethics for its members, as I mentioned. Then economic resource, management, land, labor capital, mentioned in economics. Goal-oriented, purposeful activity towards achieving the goals of the organization. Management, the art of getting things done. Process, a series of functions that lead to achieve one of certain objectives. Professionalization, it means defining the duties and responsibilities of managers to improve the quality of management, education and training. Science, a systematically organized body of knowledge including concepts, principles and theories. Top management, managers who are higher up in the hierarchy devoting more time on administrative functions, strategic decisions. These are the keywords involved in this lesson as per the ebook. Right, with this, we can finish.